Check up, Channel Colossus. Episode 27 is what w.b.u.d presents today. Channel Colossus. Okay. I just want to give a big shout out to Project Veritas for exposing crap news network CNN with the live videos, undercover videos, with the guy saying that the whole Russian thing was bullshit. Now, y'all sit right. You should never cut CNN on again. I don't even blame CNN. I blame the American people, man, because we so damn stupid. But it is what it is. So once again, Project Veritas for exposing CNN the way they have, got their tails between their legs, firing reporters and everything now. But that's a whole nother issue. The issue I want to touch upon, it relates to CNN with all this Russia did it. Russia. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Russia ain't did nothing but what they usually do. The Chinese done hacked in all our stuff. The North Koreans, Russia, we hacking everybody's stuff, man. That's just being ignorant to what's going on in the world. If you believe that the Russians hacked our elections, that's the stupidest nonsense ever.
There is no serious person out there who would suggest somehow that you could even rig America's elections, in part because they're so decentralized and the numbers of votes involved. There's no evidence that that has happened in the past, or that there are instances in which that will happen this time. And so I'd advise Mr. Trump to stop whining and go try to make his case to get votes. The federal government doesn't run the election process. States and cities and communities all across the country, they're the ones who set up the voting systems and the voting booths. And if Mr. Trump is suggesting that there is a conspiracy theory that is being propagated across the country, including in places like Texas, where typically it's not Democrats who are in charge of voting booths. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense, and I don't think anybody would take that seriously.
Russia ain't do nothing. I'm gonna tell you something. You want to know who exposed Hillary Clinton emails? First off, we so worried about private emails and our stuff being exposed, but you same clowns wasn't worried about Hillary having a server in a damn near her bathroom closet or something like that to be exposed. You're not worried about that, man. You better get out of here with this damn selective outrage, man. And man, the Russians ain't. I'm gonna tell you who was the person responsible for getting the emails to WikiLeaks. Drum roll. Brrr. Seth Rich. Yeah, this guy right here, Seth Rich. He was the man that responsible for getting the emails to WikiLeaks. The way I feel about the situation, and until somebody prove me wrong, this is what I'm running with. Seth Rich was the man who leaked the emails to WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, and exposed Hillary Clinton, John Podesta. Now, you know John Podesta, he got caught up in phishing. Somebody asked him what his password was, and he sent him the damn password. Man, these people dumb as hell, man. And y'all run around here following these people. But anyway, Seth Rich. Let me tell you about Seth Rich. He was murdered July 10th, 2016 near his home in D.C. He was shot in the back. Well, first off, he was a Bernie Sanders supporter. Keep that in mind now. He was shot in his back with a handgun at 4:18 a.m. as he walked home. Nothing was taken from him. Rich was talking on the phone with his girlfriend, Mocha, M-U-L-K-A, Mocha, when he was attacked a block from his house. He was transported to the hospital and pronounced dead at 5:57 a.m. Okay, on July 22nd, just 12 days after Rich's death and days before the Democratic Party convention in Philadelphia, WikiLeaks released 20,000 emails from DNC officials. Now, WikiLeaks exposed emails revealing the DNC was rigging the race in favor of Hillary over Bernie. Now, that's just the bullet points. And they absolutely were, because Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who was the head of the DNC or whatever the hell she was doing, she was canned. They fired her butt, but then Hillary Clinton hired her to help her run her campaign, which eventually lost. But anyway, after Wasserman Schultz was fired, they brought in Donna Brazille. Now, once again, CNN, come to find out Donna Brazille worked for CNN. She giving Hillary the questions before the debate with her black ass. Man, boy, okay. You Negroes keep going to Washington trying to do what the Caucasoid do. They gonna show your ass, Corinne Brown, Maxine Waters. Y'all keep it up. Keep it up. And that's just basically the Seth Rich part of this. That Seth Rich was the damn man that leaked all that stuff to WikiLeaks. As a matter of fact, Julian Assange came out and say he put out a reward for the guy. Now I'm gonna give a reward out for some Negro get shot on Moncrief. I don't know nothing about him. No, man, you give a reward out for somebody that was personal to you, somebody that meant something to you personally. Now the whole Seth Rich investigation was a major ass fart. It was just nonsense. It was a bar that he walked out of called Lou's City Bar. Now the manager at the bar in DC where Rich was last spotted say he was never interviewed. Neither him nor his staff was interviewed by the police. The police never requested any evidence from the bar, including the surveillance video from the bar. And you know, it's amazing. Nobody did any kind of real investigation. Okay. Those revelations back the claim by private investigator Rod Wheeler, who worked the case, who said police were told to stand down on the investigation. The private investigator was recently ordered to cease and desist his work on the murder case. This was the bar, the owner of the bar said this. The only time I talked to the police was during the memorial for Seth. The private investigator Wheeler told Fox 5, quote, I have a source inside the police department that has looked me straight in the eye and said, Rod, we were told to stand down on this case and I can't share any info with you thus far. This is what the police told the private investigator who was a retired cop. Rod Wheeler suggested that Rich could have been the inside source who leaked the DNC emails to WikiLeaks. He cites an anonymous federal investigator who claimed to have proof Rich sent thousands of DNC emails to WikiLeaks. Now, in the beginning, Seth Rich family was outspoken and talking to everybody, talking to media outlets. Sean Hannity, you know, Sean Hannity got into a lot of trouble when he started reporting about Seth Rich. And when the trouble died down and he come back on air, he hasn't mentioned a word about it since. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, now Rich's family haven't spoken publicly in months, and then now they haven't said a thing. Instead, they've hired Democratic crisis consultant Brad Bowman from the Pastorum Group, and he is speaking on the family's behalf. Now, Bowman blasted the private investigator Rod Wheeler for suggesting publicly any suspicion of the DNC's involvement. That's odd, because he talking out the side of his neck. One minute he's saying he want to get to the bottom of this thing. The next minute he dogging the private investigator who don't have a political bone in his body. They say he's just trying to get to the truth. Rod Wheeler, the investigator, is now a family spokesman, Brad Bowman. He dogging Rod Wheeler. That boy, that ain't, boy. The Rich family is devastated. Wheeler has not ruled out the WikiLeaks connection, Bowman said, the family spokesman. Now, why you so worried about that? Why you not trying to find the killer, OJ? Man, get the hell out of here, man. And here go another connection. Now, I'm saving this one for last because that's why I love to do research. I thought Kim.com was like a website. No, this is a guy's name. He changed his last name to .com. Rich boy, rich man. He got like 5 kids, playboy, jet setter, and lived all over the world. I think I remember Hong Kong, Japan. I think he resides in New Zealand now. Well, anyway, Kim.com has come out and said, he, quote, I know Seth Rich was involved in the DNC leak. I know this because in late 2014, a person contacted me about helping me to start a branch of the internet party in the U.S. He called himself Panda. Now, the internet party is what Kim.com has going on the internet. Some, I mean, you have to look into it because he doesn't reside in the U.S. I think right now he currently lives in New Zealand. Dotcom stated, adding that his conversations with Panda centered around a 2015 interview in which he hinted that WikiLeaks could release info about Hillary Clinton in the upcoming election. Dotcom warned that Julian Assange of WikiLeaks would become Hillary Clinton's worst nightmare. Now, Panda, if you're getting lost a little bit, Panda is the code name that Seth Rich gave Kim.com when he contacted him in 2014. Okay, quote, this is what Kim.com say, quote, I communicated with Panda on a number of topics, including corruption and influence of the corporate money in politics. Panda wanted to change that from the inside. Dotcom, who's facing 20 years in prison in the U.S. due to copyright infringement charges filed against him by the U.S. authorities, says he would need safe passage from New Zealand to the U.S. and back. And he's making plans for that to happen right now. And he said he will be making no further comments until, he can come speak to the authorities in the United States. But, he's a shady character, kind of seedy, shady. But they all are when they're dealing with the United States. Look at Julian Assange. He's stuck in the Ecuadorian embassy because they trying to get him on rape, which I think the rape charges were just dropped. So they always come after these guys who are like the white hat hackers. The white hat hackers are the ones that they hire to break into their system so to show the government where the vulnerabilities are. And then they hire these guys and, then you got the black hat hackers and all that, whatever. But anyway, so basically Seth Rich, keep your eye on that. He is the one who leaked all the emails from the DNC exposing Hillary's crooked ass to WikiLeaks. Now, they silenced the man, simple as that. And the official police report said he was robbed. Well, damn, they didn't take nothing from him. Man, y'all don't get the hell out. Anyway, here goes Julian Assange talking about Seth Rich.
Whistleblowers go to significant efforts to get us material and often very significant risks. As a 27-year-old works for the DNC, who was shot in the back, murdered just 2 weeks ago for unknown reasons as he was walking down the street in Washington. So
that was just a robbery, I believe, wasn't it?
No, there's no finding. So
what are you suggesting? What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that our sources take risks, and they become concerned to see things occurring like that.
But was he one of your sources then? I mean,
we don't comment on who our sources are.
Why make the suggestion about a young guy being shot in the streets of Washington?
Because we have to understand how high the stakes are in the United States, and that our sources are, our sources face serious risks. That's why they come to us, so we can protect their anonymity.
But it's quite something to suggest a murder. That's basically what you're doing.
Well, others have suggested that. We are investigating to understand what happened in that situation with Seth Rich. I think it is a concerning situation. There's not a conclusion yet. We wouldn't be willing to state a conclusion, but we are concerned about it.
Hey, y'all better pay attention, man. CNN is full of crap. Washington Post, owned by Bezos, who owns Amazon, is full of crap. The Florida Times, they probably full of crap too. The New York Times, they full of crap too. So, man, stop listening to these goddamn Operation Mockingbird media outlets, man. They brainwashing you. You need to come on over to w.b.u.d and get brain rinsed. Check up. I'm out.